nice. I like that. It was like that on the screen. Period. That was cool. I never seen that. Yeah, thank you. All right. Moon and Sagittarius. The best one. Your emotional nature is friendly, upbeat, and always ready for an adventure. Your naturally expansive tendencies propel you beyond home and family in search of emotional experiences. Your love of learning leads to interest in social issues, travel, education, politics, religions, philosophy, and all that can expand your experiences. Since you feel good while contributing to expanding the perspective of others, you make a natural teacher. You love diversity and are rarely limited by biases and prejudices. The Sagittarian temperament is idealistic and hopeful in the way that you deal with problems. You prefer to be blunt and direct while working through issues. You respond to changes in your environment or emotional world in a direct and immediate way and are usually quite independent. You have very lofty principles and attempt to mold your emotional nature to fit your ideal. With your assertiveness, you can become defensive and even competitive, but usually your positive nature prevails and you try to gain a philosophical perspective on any conflict. This gives you the ability to learn from your experiences once you overcome your reactionary tendencies. Your positive, upbeat nature allows for many friendships, and you would find a relationship that focused exclusively on personal issues to be restrictive. Some of your emotional satisfaction comes from exploring abstract philosophical issues with a partner. It is not that you are impersonable. No. You are quite warm and friendly, but the lofty goals of Sagittarius needs room to roam, both physically and mentally. Others are positively affected by your enthusiasm, as you are quite expressive and persuasive. Honesty is a quality that you demand in your relationships. You prefer those who are blunt and direct rather than discreet and controlled in their emotional expression. Areas to work on. With your high-minded nature, you can easily become moralistic, dogmatic, and even self-righteous in your attempts to educate others. Your inclination is to expand other people's perspectives, but first make sure you've done that by exploring the religion and philosophies of other cultures. Your ideals do not include the downsides of life, and you can find yourself quite lost when your flame of inspiration burns low. You have such a strong distaste for the negative that during your low cycles you can spend the entire time trying to get out of them. This can lead to periodic burnout if you ignore the need to rest and rebuild during low periods. It can be difficult to accept other people's emotional cycles as well, because you tend to think it is your responsibility to make everyone around you feel good and positive all the time. This is a wonderful quality most of the time and comes from altruistic motives, but others can experience this as intolerance. When you realize that you are not responsible for other people's happiness, then you share your natural enthusiasm without expectations, and others feel more comfortable around you. Other personal challenges are related to the principle of freedom. This is a primary need of yours, and until you find a positive, creative way of expressing this in your life, you can find yourself resisting intimacy for fear that it might trap you. Remember, you are an emotionally free spirit, and your right to be free does not require permission from others. Understanding Moon in Sagittarius and others. These people are optimistic, outgoing, and fun-loving. Decidedly positive, they want to believe in the best. They like a fast-paced life with plenty of mental stimulation. The enthusiasm of Sagittarius is infectious, and it is easy to feel more positive in their presence. The excitement of anticipating future potentialities is one of the main types of emotional experiences they enjoy, so indulge their dreams, plans, and goals, as this keeps them at their best. Moon in Sagittarius is looking for an adventure, an opportunity to grow and expand, and if that can happen through you, you will win your companion's love. Allow lots of room for change, as these people need a variety of form through which to express themselves. They are honest and sincere, so there is no need to be threatened by their need to spend times by themselves occasionally. Now and then, they need to connect with their urge for freedom by following their own momentum without considering other people's expectations. Give them this freedom, and you will have won a warm-hearted, enthusiastic friend. Although good-natured naturally, these fiery individuals can turn competitive and occasionally need a good philosophical argument just for the fun of it. Without an adventure to plan or a goal to pursue, they can feel quite hemmed in.